Welcome to the ultimate backstage pass, the pulsating heart of the high school sports universe. Get ready to rock with the gang from the Corner to Corner podcast as they take their sports obsessions to new heights. Meet the dream team, Sean Kiper, Adam Muncy, Wes Crouch, and Daron Stevens, as they unpack the secrets, emotions, and triumphs that light up our local sports heroes. Whether you're gearing up for a game or unleashing cheers from the stands, get ready for an exclusive scoop that'll knock your socks off. It's showtime.
From the corner to the corner, we bring the heat. High school pride, we're repping every street. Sean, Wes, Adam, Daron on the beat. Downtown Mount Sterling, where the fans all meet. From the corner to the corner, we bring the heat.
Hey everybody, welcome into another great episode of the From Corner to Corner podcast. I get to do my first episode in the new studio tonight. So episode 380 is here. We're slowly creeping up on that 400 mark. We're almost there. So
we are, yeah. It's getting closer and closer. 380. I'm more focused on 400.
Yeah.
So
it's almost here.
Almost
here. Another 6 months and we'll be there. So had the girls softball team on last week from MoCo.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Before you do that, because last week we started an intro. We did and then we had to redo it and everything. But I just noticed Daron did a pan out there a little bit. And we didn't really kind of show everyone the studio. So, Daron, if you wanted to start from over in this area, and if you can, and kind of pan our way back over to you, because it's easier anyway. I mean, yeah, sorry. I should have talked to you about that beforehand. Yeah, especially... I want to see everybody get an understanding of the back. The whole thing that Daron did on the back with the signs and the
best part of the whole studio is right here.
Right, and this is the main thing, is that we wanted people to see that we did build a wall. I'm not saying we took any inspiration from the McAfee show, but hey, they did kind of do the same thing. But we put all of our jerseys up that we have currently. We even got a little bit of the purple and gold. I know somebody had asked about that before last show, but got a little bit of the purple and gold from Mount Sterling High School football team. But everything that we've been able to gather is there or in our boxes. So just give everybody a little bit of a view
and hey,
what we got going on.
Daron freehand painted this entire wall. So, I mean... quite an impressive overtaking that he did
and more
there.
More importantly, it is not the voice of God that talks to you all.
Right.
There actually is a human.
There he is right there.
Yeah, I actually had someone, I was like, they were talking about like shirts and stuff, and I said, well, Daron makes all of our stuff. And they go, who's Daron? And I was like, yeah, he's the guy behind the camera.
Every once in a while when you see
I am the voice of God that shows up.
So there's a little bit of a look of the new studio.
Yeah, no, I think it looks great.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we got rid of our 8-foot table.
Yeah.
And replaced it with an 18-foot desk.
Right. This monstrosity of a desk.
Big.
Because
really good.
Hey, we didn't realize how big it was until we actually put it in here.
we were worried about it being too small. We actually took 2 foot out of it.
Yeah.
And it still ended up being 18 foot long.
Yeah.
That's okay. That means
that's all right though.
We can fit 6 more people out here.
Yeah,
if we really needed to.
If we want to, we can host all kinds of people on this thing.
And
if the cheerleaders show up, we've got plenty of room.
Right?
Well, you can't see that. All that is the side of the TV. You can't see any of the.
Yeah.
That's okay.
There we go.
They'll see it when they get here. So.
Sweet.
You 5 can't see what I'm showing. Well, Wes can because he's watching it. But
yeah.
Because what I was doing before Wes decided to put me on the spot is I'm trying to get the screen up there.
Oh, okay.
No, that's okay.
All right. Well, let's talk about.
We still got kinks to work out.
Let's talk about the Rumpke week that was. These are games that took place between February 1st and February 7th. Bath boys was 1-2 last week. They're now 6-15 on the season. Bath girls were 1-2 last week as well. 7-17 on the season. Now, taking into consideration, a lot of these teams were coming back off of not playing for a week and a half because of Snowmageddon. But I know there were several of these that there was no practice or anything. They went straight back into a game. So rough at times. Yeah,
it's like they're in
they got to get them
crunch
games
mode,
in.
especially the districts.
Yeah, GRC boys 3-1 last week. They're now 19-4 on the season. GRC girls 3-0 last week. They're 19-2 on the season. Menifee boys 0-2 last week. Menifee girls were 1-1. They're 11-8 on the season. Moco boys were 2-1 last week. They're now 12-10 on the season. A little bit things changing now for the Moco boys. Austin Sears is found his stride, and it's a lot of similarities to last year. And Moco girls 3-0 last week, 16-7 on the season. Had a really big win Saturday at Russell.
Yep.
I think that game was anticipated to be closer, if not maybe a Russell victory. And Moco played really good on the defensive side of the ball. Addison Terry shot the ball really well. So did Elaine Purvis. Reagan Mays really finding her stride, being able to drive in the lane and score like that, which is why she was our athlete of the week last week. Right. So they're
again, Reagan Mays still has a long way to go. She's
just a freshman.
She's going to be an absolute stud by the time she's a senior.
Yeah, just a freshman. They're definitely finding their cohesiveness at the right time. Excited to see what they can do going into the rest of the season. So, but that's what we had last week, and then of course we had, like I said, Moco softball in last week, and this week we've got Coach Sam Sutton along with Evan Copher and Robbie Howard from the Moco baseball team. So excited to see them. I guess we need to take are we ready? Do we need to take our opening break there, Daron, and then come back? We got to say thank you to Rumpke and some of our other sponsors. We'll be right back. You're watching Community Trust Bank Coaches Corner. All right, we
did a perfect show last week, but for some reason this week I have no commercials.
I don't know, but Daron wanted to be on camera for that shot because it shot straight to him when we come back. Look, just because we put you on the same side of the room doesn't mean you get to be on the camera all the time.
I didn't tell to do that either.
All right, so let's talk.
Through the demons.
Let's talk baseball, Coach. Thanks for joining the show again.
Of course.
Again, bringing the guys, Robbie and Evan there, coming off of your first season last year. Why not go to the regional finals in your first season, right? Was that above an expectation? Was that what you expected? Bringing back everybody other than one senior, and had a couple of new fellas join the team. Right. So let's talk about that. Was last year above expectation, or kind of what you were expecting?
Yeah, when I got here, there wasn't a ton of expectation coming from the year that they had before. Just coming off 8 wins, but I knew that we had talent. There's great tradition in Montgomery County, especially baseball wise. So there's always expectation a little bit, right? I think that probably they felt like more down the road, not as soon. But we also had a lot of growing pains last year. There were many stretches where, I wasn't very happy with them, and I wasn't happy with myself. And the proudest thing I was of last year's team is we learned how to win. Yeah. You know what I mean? It takes some time to get losing out of your mouth. It takes some time to change your habits. Change how you go about things, change your mentality of how you play, how you practice, how you lift. We had our growing pains when we did that, but I think we peaked at the right time. We had some great performances from our kids, and like you mentioned, we made it to the regional title game, and we couldn't finish it, but we got there in year 1, got 20 wins, so we're obviously looking to build off that, only losing one senior from last year.
Daron and I were fortunate enough to be able to come call the regional final. And, I tell you, that was an incredible baseball game. Yeah. It really was. hands off to Harrison County. You guys got up big early. They chipped away and just kind of. And I kept telling Daron throughout the game, I was like, we need one more run. We need one more run. One more run seals this deal. And it's like, man, we'd get the bases loaded or get a couple guys in scoring position, and they always would wind up with that one play that would stop the momentum. And I was just like, I kind of felt like once we went to extra innings, I didn't know that we had it in it. You know, it's I think we had, like I kept thinking we had our opportunity right there. But I mean, that's awesome because the one thing that does that you can't teach is experience. Right.
Yep.
So the moment won't be too big for them this time.
Well, both teams had a chance to capitalize on that and take the win.
Yeah, I mean, I think the most devastating thing about it is I want to say we out-hit them like 18-7, something like that, something crazy, crazy number like that. But that's why Mac Whitaker's Mac Whitaker, and he's the greatest that's ever done it in high school baseball in Kentucky. So, we joke all the time that he has that black magic. They're always going to find a way, but they also get it by being prepared and knowing what they're doing and being great in the big moments. We talk all the time about we got to be great in situational hitting. We weren't good in situational hitting that day. Against Campbell County, we were great in situational hitting. That's why we won, right? We got a couple 2-out hits when we needed it. Braden Dorey hits a 3-run home run, take a 5-2 lead. We win, right? The next night, I want to say we left. I know for a fact it was 10-plus runners in scoring position that we left on base. We weren't good in situational hitting when it mattered the most. So in baseball, if you're not good in that, you're going to get bit. And we had too many opportunities that we didn't capitalize on, and Harrison County did when it mattered. So that's what it comes down to. So
and that bottom third of the lineup seemed to always be the ones that would come up with the runners in scoring position. And look, it's still situational, right? But it's kind of one of those things too that even in pro baseball, there's a reason that guys bat in certain spots in the lineup. You really got to have something special out of one of those spots to get that extra oomph in there, and it just seemed like every single time it wound up being in the best possible scenario for them.
Yeah, and there were also a few times where we had our 3, 4, 5 up in big moments, and we just didn't capitalize. And that's where it's kind of like, well, sometimes it's just not your day. But also in that exact game, Jamin Caba in the 9-hole hits a home run to tie it up in extra innings. So we expect in our lineup 1 through 9 to be able to do whatever we ask of them. We don't exactly look at our lineup as, well, if you hit here, you're good. If you hit here, you're a little down. We feel like we have a good enough lineup 1 through 9, and even into our bench. Like, we feel very, very good about 12 to 14 guys that we could go put in a situation and they're going to succeed for us. We practice together, we do everything together, we lift together. It doesn't matter, JV, varsity, whatever. Yeah. We do it all together. We put them in those situations because we know it's going to matter. Yeah. So we feel good about our lineup. Like you said, it didn't happen for us that night, but I believe in all those guys 1 through 9.
Yeah. So Evan and Robbie, kind of going over the regional from last year, getting to that final game, not winning that game has to leave you with a hunger for this year. So, does that give you all more emphasis on off season and what you're doing now and even going into the season?
Yes, I think it does. I'm hungry to win that region championship for sure, and I think we could do it this year.
I think the expectation is to go to Kentucky Fried Park. That's the expectation for this year.
Has it not just practice, but even like Coach mentioned, the weight room? I mean, has it even, it sticks with you even in the weight room, being like, okay, I've got to make myself better, make my team better.
Yeah, never short any reps. Like, even the 9th inning, like extra innings matter. Like, you just got to keep going.
Gotcha. Is that holding true for the whole team, Coach?
Yeah, 1,000%. I think that's where our team is different than most, is we attack the weight room basically year-round. And you don't see a lot of baseball teams do that, especially the way we do it. We lift at 7 a.m. for school. And, it's an expectation to be there, you know what I mean? And everybody is there. During the year, it's mandatory. It's part of our practice. Outside of the year, it's voluntary. Anybody that wants to come can come. And we basically have our entire team there. The only people that aren't in it are football guys, because they lift during school. So that's less than a handful of guys. But everybody else, and we've even added kids this year that want to be a part of it. They show up every morning. They go, they're a huge part of us. And like Evan was mentioning, I put it in their ear quite a bit, when we're on those last reps and they want to give up. I'll remind them of Harrison County. I'll remind them of that game and how bad of a feeling that is, you know what I mean? So do you want to continue to have that taste in your mouth, or you want to win this time? Right. These reps are going to be the difference in that.
I can hear Coach now going, I bet Harrison County ain't ready to quit. I bet they put another 10 reps in.
I mean, it's a baseball. I don't think a lot of people realize. I mean, there is some downtime in baseball. It's a long process. I mean, you've got some of your games are going to end in 7 innings, and those were always kind of really nice because you see that type of offense to where it can end it that quick. But a lot of those games go to 9 innings, and it's a long process. You're there for a good hour and a half at least, and so it's grueling physically, but it's also grueling mentally because you're making sure that you're always, like you said, it's situational. You're always in the right situation. You never know what can happen from one batter to the next.
Yeah, baseball's, hugely mental. In my opinion, maybe outside of golf, it's the most mental game there is. And if you're not prepared for that, you're not going to be very good. We just had a huge, we call them classroom days. We go into our clubhouse. We have a kind of a surround sound type ordeal. We have a TV. We'll have teaching. They come in notepad, pen. We'll either watch something on the TV. We'll have a teaching lesson, whatever it may be. And last week's lesson was visualization. Right? We want to visualize what we're going to do. If you can't visualize yourself doing it, if you're not prepared in that moment, you're probably not going to be ready for that moment. You know what I mean? So what you're just kind of saying is mental. There is downtime. There is times where you can just stand in right field and you're just looking around and you're whatever it may be. But very easily you can have that ball hit to you and you have to know exactly what you're doing,
right,
where the play's at, how many outs we got, what's the count, who's up, where do I need to be shaded, so on and so forth. And again, I think that's where our team takes the biggest jumps against a lot of people is we're very prepared in every aspect of what we're trying to do. And I give great credit to our guys that they put that work in to know what we're trying to do. So we joke all the time, we'll never be out prepared. So you need you got to execute when it happens. Though you can be prepared, but are you going to come through when it matters the most? That's your decision.
How many seniors do you have?
I believe we have 6, right? I think we have 6 this year. You only had 1 last year, and Jordan Howard was awesome for us. But he was a PO. So once a week he went out there and did his job, but that was it. So we have everybody back in the field. We have 6 this year. We added a guy or 2, so I'm very excited about those guys as well. Our entire middle of the field are all seniors. So our catcher, shortstop, center fielder, they're all 3 seniors. And in baseball, softball, that's very, very important. Those are usually your 3 horses. That are your best athletes that have the most responsibility, and we feel great in all 3 of those guys.
Well, I know, defensively, you guys played really well last year. I would be remiss. You mentioned Jamin a while ago having the big home run, but he was a stud on the mound that night. Did you expect him to be able to pitch that distance and as well as he did? Because it was just like we were like, okay, well, is he done? And he would come back and he would pitch another great inning. And I don't remember. I think he went like 7 or 8 innings.
He went 7, yeah.
And
yeah, definitely. We know how much of a competitor Jamin is. Anybody that's watched Montgomery County sports knows how much of a competitor he is. And if you can put him in the right situations and let him go, and now it's a slippery slope, right? You gotta almost rein him in sometimes because he's so competitive, but that's what I love. I much rather talk you down than have to build you up. And Jamin's a prime example of that. And once he got through those first few innings, I knew he had it. You know what I mean? And as a pitcher, and I used to pitch, Evan obviously, is if you can get through those first few innings and you settle in and your off speed's working and you're hitting your spots, it can be a very special day. And that's exactly what Jamin did for us. I remember I went and talked to him around the 5th or 6th about, hey, we might get this guy loose, we might do this, and he was like, no, like I'm throwing, I'm good, and I was all for it. I was like, hey, listen, you're good. I'm just telling you, we might have to warm this guy up. And then I remember after the 7th, he legitimately ran out of pitches. You know, there's a pitch count. You can't throw past 120. Yeah. He had gotten to it when we went to extras, and I remember going to him saying, before I said you're out, listen, you hit your limit. You legitimately cannot go back in. Like, legally, you can't go back in. Yeah. That's the only reason I'm taking you out. You did incredible. You got us to this point. I'm so proud of you. You know, whatever it may be. He did an incredible job for us that day. You know, Evan threw great against Campbell County. Jordan threw great against Mason. Until I'm very proud of this with our pitching staff, Coach Jacobs, our kids, until extra innings of the regional championship game, we had only thrown 3 guys. The starter of those games had thrown complete games. Yeah. That's incredible to me. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, you know, great job by those guys. And it would have been 3 straight guys have thrown complete games if we hadn't have gone to extras. So, James did an incredible job.
I'm glad that there is a pitch count because, you know, in the world that we live in now with all these pitchers going to Tommy John and all that stuff, you know, they go to college and, I mean, they'll just kill them up there. I mean, a lot of times these guys don't even make it through college to get a chance to go to the pros because they throw their arms out. So I like the fact that there's a pitch count. I didn't realize it was 120.
120, yep.
So, wow.
Now, 120, and then he can pitch, and then a person.
4 days later.
Okay.
So so if you throw 24 or less, you can throw that next day if you want. So like you come in and close, whatever. If you throw 49 or less, you only have to sit out 1 day. If it's 74 or less, it's 2 days. 75 plus, it's 3 days. You can come back on that 4th day. Gotcha. So from 75 to 120 doesn't matter. You have to sit out your 3 days. So like, for example, Jordan had thrown, I want to say like 80 something. If we had one more rain day, which we probably should have, he would have been eligible that next day to come back since he threw that Monday against Mason. So we were hoping for that extra day to have one more horse in the stable, but it is what it is.
So all the major league guys are just wimps. They sit out 5 days. Oh, they
got it right though. They got a lot of guys. They throw on the 5th.
Shoot, they don't even get
They don't even get past the 5th inning.
Those guys don't get 120 pitches anymore. I'm paying you $300 million. You're only going to pitch it 50 times today. You know, softies.
So you guys being upperclassmen, you know, what have you all done really and you've got a very upperclassman, you know, laden team. So what have you all done to really kind of push the guys? I mean, it's probably not that hard with 6 seniors, but what have you all done to really kind of push the guys that are, you know, that are new or that are just, you know, just kind of getting going? What have you all done to push them guys to really kind of, you know, make this team even better?
You know, just take them under your wing, you know, and show them the way and, like, how we really do things around here. And that missing a rep, like, that matters. Little stuff such as, like, just missing a rep in the weight room. Like, got to fight. Everything.
Just introduce them to the culture we have, like, no days off. Like, you're always working just to better yourself, better the team. It's a team game. It takes everybody. So you've got to be either dedicated or not playing. One or two. So
weight room, down and swing away, whatever. You know, getting your reps in with the bats, with the glove. You know, just everything.
Yes, sir.
Now, do either one of you guys play any other sports that I'm unaware of?
I played football.
Okay, I thought you did, but you know, there's a lot of Howards out there. I just want to make sure I wasn't going to mess that up. So what's, you know, talk about, you know, the biggest difference between the two on that part of it.
Well, I played football when I was in middle school, and then I kind of just brought back this senior year to just try it out for one more time, and it was fun while it lasted. But
And you played wide receiver, is that right?
Yes, I did.
Okay, all right. Now it's coming back to me. I thought I remember calling you catching some passes and stuff. So it was like senior year. I'm gonna go out on the bang and do all of it that I can. Right?
yes.
Yeah, awesome. Daron, is it time to pay some bills? Okay. All right. Let's take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. You are watching Community Trust Bank Coaches Corner. We'll be right back.
I still can't believe she's gone. I don't know how we're going to plan all of this.
I know. I felt the same way when your granddad passed. The Kaufman Funeral Home really helped us get through it.
Were they compassionate?
More than that, they took care of us. They made us feel like family. They handled the entire situation from beginning to end.
At Kaufman Funeral Home and Crematorium in Mount Sterling, Kentucky, we're honored to walk beside your family with dignity and compassion every step of the way.
That's exactly what we need right now.
Kaufman Funeral Home, where we believe every life is a beautiful story that deserves to be honored with love, dignity, and heartfelt celebration.
Hands clacking, bats cracking, fans cheering. We're never slacking. Corner to corner, you know what we do. Representing hometowns all the way through. 4 counties, 1 voice, 1 goal. To lift the kids up and let the stories be told. From the bleachers to the field, it's all heart. We're more than a podcast, we're a community part. From the corner to the corner, we bring the heat. High school pride, we're repping every street. Sean West, Adam, Daron on the beat. Mount Sterling made, where the love runs deep.
Spring is here. Are you sure your roof is ready for the rain? Winter weather can leave behind hidden damage like loose shingles, cracked flashing, and clogged gutters, all of which can lead to costly leaks. At CRC Roofing and Renovations, we provide expert spring roof maintenance, leak prevention, and repairs to keep your home safe and dry. Don't wait until water damage ruins your home. Call CRC Roofing and Renovations today at 859-327-3913 or visit our website to schedule your free spring roof inspection. Protect your home with Central Kentucky's trusted roofing experts.
All right, we are back. I don't know.
It's like I was gonna say.
Apparently it does.
The camera's like,
What'd you say, Daron? The camera goes over there. What'd you say? Oh my goodness. All right, we are back here on the Community Trust Bank Coaches Corner. We are with Coach Sam Sutton with Moco Baseball, along with Evan Copher and Robbie Howard, talking a little bit of Moco Baseball. So, Coach, we talked
wait a
about
minute, breaking news.
Whoa.
We usually don't do this, but our nominees for Athlete of the Week and People's Champ is so close. We're letting it go because right now it is a tie ball game at 3:58 between Mallory Cox and J.C. Jeviden. So
you have 10 minutes.
We're going to let it go for a little bit.
10 more minutes of voting, and then we're cutting it off.
We're going to cut it off at the break. That's what I'm cutting it off.
Okay, 20 more minutes, and then we're cutting it off because Daron has to make the graphic, so he needs a few minutes to do that. So
I'm surprised the camera didn't.
at
pan over to it real quick.
6:50, we will call it. So whoever is in the lead at that point will be
Just giving you all heads up.
the People's Champ. So or the Mays Law Office's People's Champ. Just want to make sure I get that
There
shot
you
in
go.
there. So, all right. So now, Coach, prior to the break there, we talked about last season. It's in the past. Let's move forward. Let's talk about 2026. You said that had a couple of new guys join the team. You even mentioned that you've had some other people like to come out like that. Hey, I want to be a part of this. Yeah. So let's talk about the season. What do we look forward to? What's the schedule like? Who's gonna? obviously Harrison County is always a challenge there, but who's the teams in the region that we're going to have to really worry about this year?
Yeah, so we've challenged ourselves in our schedule. We did last year as well, but with the team that we think we can have, I want them to be prepared for the postseason, but I also want them to understand the importance of winning like every day. You know what I mean? So every single day matters to us. I had a coach tell me one time, in reality, you're kind of just playing 36 scrimmages until the postseason, and that doesn't sit well with me, So I think every single day matters. I think it teaches our kids how to be prepared for life, and try to win every single day you go out there. But with that being said, it's baseball. You're probably not going to win every game, and we know that. So we're going to play – we play quite a few 11th region teams this year. I want to say we play 5 or 6. Lexington, Scott County, Great Crossing, a bunch of those. We play a lot of good 16th region teams. We actually go on an overnight trip down to Ashland, play Ashland on a Friday night, play Raceland on a Saturday, a team from Ohio. We have another overnight trip up north. We're going up to Bishop Brossart, play Scott High in our region on Friday, play Bishop Brossart and another team from Ohio. One of actually my really good buddies is a coach up in Columbus, Ohio. They're coming down. It's kind of 2 hours in between for both of us, so that should be a fun experience. And then we're going on a spring break trip this year down to Fort Walton Beach, Florida. That's always going to be great competition down there. So we're kind of going down there for 2 reasons. One, I think we have an older team that can enjoy it, can handle it, and also get us prepared because there's always going to be great teams down there and great competition.
Do they need somebody to stream those?
If y'all want to hop on, come on. And then, in the region, obviously GRC, they're our district rival. They're always going to be good, and that's a big part for us. And then Campbell County, they're very good. We had a great game with them last year in the region. They have a lot of guys back. They have the returning 10th Region Player of the Year back. He's very good. Harrison County, as you mentioned, they've won a million regional titles, and they're very, very good. So there's quite a few teams out there that can win the 10th. That's the cool thing about it is it's not super top heavy, but there's also a few very good teams that can compete all the way around the state. So it should be really fun for us. And as they said, last year, not a ton of expectation. To me there was, but maybe not to the public eye. That's switched a little bit this year. Now people are expecting things from us, and I love that. And pressure's a privilege, and we're going to try every single day to get back to that point. But we have to earn that, and it's not just given to us. We can't be complacent. We can't be arrogant about it. We have to win every single day. We have to earn it every single day.
I noticed that you all play Henry Clay at Legend Stadium.
Yeah.
So. And you said that Evan, that is a state tournament at Kentucky Proud Park.
Yeah.
Was it at?
It used to be at the Legends.
Okay, I knew it was at the. It used to be at the Legends. Was it at KPP last year?
Yes.
Okay.
So a couple years ago, they played the first couple rounds at the Legends because Kentucky was hosting a regional.
That's right.
So they had to switch it. So when Kentucky's not hosting the regional, the entire Sweet 16's there.
Okay, gotcha.
If they're hosting it, they have to try to split it up a little bit. Sure. But I do know the Legends are really pushing to try to get it back there full time.
Gotcha.
Obviously, they've tried to get everything to UK,
both
every
parks.
Sport. And both parks are great.
Yeah.
They're both now turf. It's a stadium no matter where you go. They're both in Lexington.
Yeah. They've done a lot of work with Legends and really updated it a lot.
Yeah.
So it's a cool park for sure.
No doubt.
It's one of the things that you said there a while ago, the 36, scrimmages type of thing. Well, losing or winning breeds losing or winning, right? So, I mean, if you just go out there, it's like, guys, it doesn't matter. It's just 36 games. We'll be fine. And then, you go 8-26 during that time frame, then your mindset is just like, you haven't taught yourself how to win.
Right.
You want to win, and playing top end competition will do that for you, in all things. And the one thing about Montgomery County is winning breeds success and stuff like that. We've seen it with the basketball teams this year, and I'm hoping, the success that you guys had last year and the girls too will spark the interest for the fans to get out there and support us and stuff like that. I'm sure we'll stream some games and stuff like that, but us streaming the games is not as exciting as it is to have the people actually in the stands supporting the teams and stuff like that.
1,000%.
Yeah. So with the games in Florida, does that count on the regular schedule?
Yeah, so it counts for everything. They made it a very big ordeal. If you get thrown out of a game in Florida, that still counts. You have to serve your games. They made it very clear that
it's
it
funny
counts.
that they said that to Sam, isn't it?
Oh, they said it to everybody, but yeah. Yeah, I gotta watch myself sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, I get that.
We have a question from Adam, and it kind of goes both ways, but I'll ask Robbie and Evan. Adam sent a question and said, do you all feel more ahead of schedule this season compared to last season?
Yes, I think so, yes. Last year, I came here this time last year, and, I didn't really know what to expect. And then Coach Sutton, he brought me in, and, we went right to work, and I think this year we could really do something special.
There's just more of a preparation, more of an understanding of things right now.
Yes.
I feel like last year we had a lot of learning the culture, adapting to it. But this year, everybody knows it. Everybody knows what to expect and the expectation, and we can just work.
So I'll twist it a little bit because you came in here last year, we were talking about, and you mentioned this 61-point list, and we were like, whoa, what in the world? Yeah. So, and you were like, we're going to start at 1 and work our way down. And I know, obviously, going into this season, that 61-point list has probably shrunk quite a bit.
Yes and no. I think what you preach is what gets through to these kids, you know what I mean? So I think they have a great understanding of where I come from and what's expected, and this is how we do things. But also I need to reinforce it all the time. We talk about culture is what you allow and what you reinforce. And if I just, they're a good player, or I have a good relationship with him, I'll let him slack here or whatever, then I'm not doing good by our culture or good by our program. And if I let one guy slip, I let everybody slip. And so I tell them all the time, I'm going to be the first person to hold you accountable, but I'm also going to be the first person to tell you I love you and give you a hug. And I think that's a big part of it. But yeah, definitely. When it comes to the baseball part of it, they have a great understanding of it, but we're still going to go through every single bullet point. That way we are great at it. That goes back to being prepared. And if it's the old adage of do something until you're perfect at it, not until you get it right. It's kind of the same thing here. We got to be very prepared in how we go about things and what we do. And if I call, Robin in a bunt coverage, I need every single person on that field to know exactly where they're going in Robin. And that only happens if we do Robin a million times. And I know they probably roll their eyes sometimes like, we got to do Robin again.
They were rolling their
exactly. we got to do Louie again. We got to do this, and it's part of it. And I get that. I used to be the same way, but it matters the most. I tell them all the time, guys, I lost a state tournament because of a bunt coverage. You know what I mean? I will never allow us to be in that sense. We might not make the play, but we're at least going to know exactly what we're supposed to do. You know what I mean? So we're still very prepared, and we're still going to go through lists, but it is more, condensed. It is more relaxed a little bit in that aspect because they know what to do. Now I get to watch them lead, which is great.
Yeah, right.
The best teams are player-led, 1,000%. We have some older guys. We went from last year being real young to and right now in February, January, I didn't have a lot of guys that could drive. And now we have practice or workouts or whatever, and now basically everybody drives. It's great. It's in 1 year, everything kind of flipped. Mm-hmm. So now I get to watch them lead. I enjoy that part of it. I'll even make it a point hey, I'm not going to correct that. You can. This is your team. Correct that. Or make sure they understand what we're doing or whatever it may be. And so I'm real proud of them for doing that, and they're doing an awesome job of it.
So, the one other thing that Adam brought up was this snowpocalypse has been just a complete downer. I'm sure for you all are ready. This melting today, I'm sure you all are itching to get on the field, whether it's football field just to see a ball actually bounce off some, or whether it's actually on the regular field. Y'all are, being cooped up inside doing as much as you can.
Was green?
You know what? I saw a little.
Figured that out today.
It's
But,
not. It's either white or brown.
I'm sure you all are itching to get on the field.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Whether it be on the turf or on the actual baseball field, just
Right.
anything.
We're trying.
Right.
We're trying.
I mean, does something like this, and you all are, whether it's weights or whether you all are doing hitting, indoors or something like this, can this kind of, can you see your guys kind of be like, I've done enough. Yeah, I mean, depressed is. I didn't want to bring the word depressed out, but it's like, yeah,
because I'm the same way. It kills me, and especially because it's so close. Because when you have weather like this, it makes you think in your brain, oh, we're still far away. Like we still have time.
Yeah.
And then you look up, and we go to Trinity in a scrimmage on March 7th. That's less than a month away.
Right.
Trinity's ranked 6th in the country, not state, country.
Wait a minute, you said country.
Country. Like, they're defending state champions. You can just go down their list of where they're going to college. They're incredible. They're greatly ran, whatever. That goes back to, I want to challenge our guys. Their coach, he coached my summer team in high school. Their pitching coach, I played with him, so I have a good relationship with him. Hey, can we scrimmage you? I want to show our guys. Like, I want to compete. I want to, see where we're at really early.
Yeah.
So on March 7th, we're going to Trinity. And, again, it's a scrimmage. That's fine. But we're going to see where we're at. We're going to compete. And that's the biggest thing to me is competing. You know what I mean? That's the good thing about a scrimmage is the final score doesn't really matter because you get to see where you're at. The number one thing that matters to me is how much we compete and what we do in that instance. But going back to my point, you think you have all this time because there's all this snow. And in reality, we're a couple weeks away from, we have to have our inter squad. And then we have our first scrimmage. And then we have our second scrimmage. And then on March 17th, we have our first game.
Yeah.
So in that instance, it really sucks. But they're doing an awesome job of either if we're at swing away or we're still in the weight room or we're at the clubhouse working on our mental game. It doesn't always have to be physical, especially we go back to baseball being so mental. So they're doing a good job of what we can do. Tomorrow we're outside. Like we're going to force ourselves. We got to go out there with shovels on the football field. We will. But we have to start seeing the ball out in the air. We got to see fly balls. We got to do whatever we can. I think they're getting cooped up.
Yeah.
And in the cages, or we're getting a lot of good work in. But we gotta get outside.
There's only so much MLB the show you can play, right?
So, Robbie, if I'm not, did you commit to Midway?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
That was recently.
So, congratulations,
Thank you.
first of all. So, what's that process like? I mean, was it just something that built over time? Was it something that just showed itself very, just recently? Is it, what's that process been like?
It's always been a dream of mine to play college baseball, of course, whether that be at the NAIA level, which is what Midway is. And, it was a process. And, I think that's the best where I fit right now as a player to build my way up to eventually get to that D1 level.
Gotcha.
That I always dreamed of.
Will you be playing catcher there as well?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, look, we've had a lot of kids come through this podcast over the last 3.5 years. And the one thing that we say all the time, getting an opportunity to play college ball at no matter what level it is cool as heck, man. It's awesome that you're getting the opportunity to do that because, the chances of people being able to do that are not big chances, right? So you've worked, you've got to that point, and congrats to being able to do that. I mean, regardless of what level it is, it's college baseball, So, and your work ethic and stuff like that has got you to that point. So, man, that's awesome, man. We're really happy for you.
What was it about Midway?
Coach, and just the coach.
It just felt right.
Felt right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had you taken other visits to other schools that were interested?
Midway was kind of.
It was kind of like you just went and you went.
Yes, it was
Good.
kind of like I want to be here.
Sometimes that happens. That's perfectly fine. Right. I've enjoyed kind of we've had Akeem Scott on which coaches their boys basketball team. We've had a couple of bowlers that's gone there, and we've liked more and more of their pages from our Facebook page.
Had a big year
and it's just
Montgomery
kind of
County
like
this
they
year.
just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's they're putting their name out, and it's like they've really got something going on, not just school wise, even though it's small, but they've really got something going on there with their athletic programs where they're like, we're really putting a foot forward to, show these kids in Kentucky we want them here.
Yeah, Coach Bramlett does a great job with the baseball program. They take it very seriously, and I'm very happy Robbie got there, but he's earned it. Like he said, you don't get to that level if you don't earn it. And we have other guys, Rex Turner signed with Spalding.
That's right. Pipeline.
Yeah. We have a couple other seniors that are right now really looking to where they want to go. They are getting recruited. They just haven't decided. And then we got guys like Evan in that junior class. We have a handful of guys in that junior class that I think will play a lot of good, major college baseball. And we have a few in that sophomore class. We have 3 straight classes that I feel really good in. Evan's taken off this year since the summer. I'm super proud of him, but he's earned it. You know what I mean? And it goes back to earning what you get, because if you don't put the work in, those guys don't care. They have a million people that they can go through. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That you're just next on the list. You have to make yourself stand out, and our guys have done that, and I'm super proud of them. And whatever I can do, I'll do. But they've done most of it on their own.
And one of the things that I've got a friend that has a daughter that's a senior. She plays high school basketball, and there was a school that she wanted to go to, and it was down. Basically, it got down between her and one other girl. They could take one, and they took the other girl, and it crushed my friend's daughter. But it's like you never know. It's not that they didn't like her. It's just they only had room for one. Correct. So you never know what that moment is, or that feature or anything that you have.
1,000%.
You never know what that one thing might be that gets you over the line.
I mean, we had a whole PowerPoint the other day about like recruiting and stuff. All right, your social media, how you act in class, what you do in class, how you prepare yourself before the game, how you act during the game, everything that matters. And I was very fortunate to get recruited myself. I'm good friends with a lot of recruiting coordinators in college. And they tell me the wildest stories of how they've crossed guys off. They crossed a guy off one time literally getting out of his mom's car going to a tournament, just the way he got out and how he was prepared to get out of the car. Like stuff like that, it matters, and kids don't really comprehend that sometimes. But it's true because, again, they have so many people to pick from for a very limited amount of spots, no matter what division it is. Yeah. So that's why we try to teach our kids. We try to prepare them for life. Obviously we want to win as many baseball games as possible, but our main job is to make them the best, human beings they can be, and the best young man, and best fathers, best employees, whatever it may be, and prepare them for life.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, wait a minute. I got one more question for them before we come back. Because we'll ask the shoe and then go on. We got to talk about it. But there was one other question that Adam said that I haven't gotten to. Well, I usually do, but he said that pressure makes diamonds, so
Work and burst pipes.
Do what?
Work and burst pipes, depending on how you look at it.
Well, let's go with the diamonds. I was gonna ask the guys. Is there a diamond in the rough that you all have seen so far this season that's really been like, that's different from last season? That's kind of opened your all's eyes. I know you haven't been able to see it on the field as much yet, but is there somebody out there on the team that's been like, okay, all right, we see you?
If you want to answer,
You start.
No, you got it.
Okay. I'll go with Hudson Rowland, 7th grader, really talented.
7th grader.
Yeah.
He's
Gotcha.
Really
Brody's
talented.
little brother.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Who you think?
I like Beckham Davis.
Okay. Okay.
He's in 8th grade.
Eighth grader.
So for these
you all
guys,
have a big span.
Well, I was just
Quite a
about to
bit.
say, for these guys, I think the reason why they're probably not naming certain people is they've believed them the whole time because they're so close.
Yeah, sure.
From that sophomore to senior class, they all just gel really well. They all do everything together.
Okay.
So they're probably thinking young guys. For me, there's several, but like Taj Jones right now, and I'm sure they're probably thinking the same thing. On the mound, he's really taken a jump since last year. Now, obviously, we got to go into the game and we got to prove it there,
Sure,
obviously. But he's put the work in, man, and he looks like a different guy. He's killed the weight room. I see him all the time on his own working. Last year, I want to say he was topping at maybe 82, and he already had some good off speed. Yesterday, he threw 87 a couple times. Like he's already made that jump. Braden Dore, I mean, he was a great player for us, hitting the 2 all year, hit over 400, but he's changed his body. You know, he's killed the weight room. And I think he's primed for a huge year. There's several guys I can go down the line.
Sure, yeah.
I think Robbie's gained about 20 pounds in 3 weeks. Like he's
In 3 weeks. I thought he looked a little bigger. I swear I did.
I mean, there's a lot of guys that understand that this is our time. This is our moment. This is their moment. And they've done an awesome job to prepare themselves that way. And when you create such a competitive environment, they're going to rub off on that. And they're rubbing off on other kids. And I love to see it. It makes me happy, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But they've all really improved, and you can really see the guys that are taking that next step.
Got you. All right, now let's pay bills.
All right, so Daron, did you stop the voting 5 minutes ago, even though we didn't get to go to commercial?
I did.
Okay, so voting is over. We're going to take our last commercial break. We'll wrap up with Coach, and we'll give out some awards. We'll find out who wound up winning the Mays Law Office's People's Champ. We'll be back in just a few minutes. You're watching the Community Trust Bank Coach's Corner with the From Corner to Corner podcast.
If you're driving by and see that light, stop on in, get your colors right. It's more than gear, it's your story design. At Incoviv Designs, every thread's a sign. Got a dent or scratch, no need to despair. Jacob's Auto Body, we're beyond compare. Custom paint, so sleek, insurance on our side. 70 years of trust, we're your hometown pride. Jacob's Auto Body will make it like new. 859-274-7425 is the clue. Jacob's Auto Body, run the show.
Special thanks to Brent Wehunt, proud sponsor of our Menifee Athlete of the Month and scholarship programs.
At Rumpke Waste and Recycling, family is at the heart of all we do. Our name is on every truck, every container, every facility. And we take pride in what our family name represents. Friendly, reliable service. Families trust us. Businesses trust us. Communities trust us. And you can too. Learn more about our family business and the important work we do at Rumpke.com. Rumpke, waste and recycling done right.
There we go. All right. I was waiting for it.
Why?
I don't know. Ask the guy over there running the camera.
We leave him out so much, it says.
The camera is determined I will be on there tonight.
I really didn't. I really did not expect that when we redid this wall to get him on some camera time, he would hog so much of it on. It's just funny.
The thing is, there is 7 virtual looks on that shot right there. And I've selected a different one every time.
Oh, my goodness.
And it keeps coming back.
Coach, what's happening March 6th?
Appreciate that. Our chili supper and auction is March 6th. It's open to the public. It's $10 at the door. Get all the chili you can possibly eat. Put some bids in for some awesome items that our Booster Club, Kim Beck, is our president, I should say, and the rest of our Booster Club has put together for us. And it should be an awesome event. We're trying to get everybody we can in the community to be there. Our players will be there. Hopefully you guys are there if you can be. But it's an awesome event for us. It's a great experience for our kids, and it brings the community together throughout Montgomery County baseball.
It's an awesome event, and if you all have not been, some of the stuff that they auction off, I mean, we gave them a Tyler Hero jersey last year, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. That was really cool. That was signed. But they've had some stuff that's
we gave them a Pete Rose jersey that went for like $850 a couple of years ago.
That's right.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Right at the top of the screen, it says Community Trust Bank. Go over and get you a loan. Low interest rate loan. And come to the chili supper.
Yeah.
And spoken as a.
We'll just let management buy something and give it to them.
No, I'm talking everybody watching.
He's talking about
go get a loan so they can afford the stuff.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Get you a low interest loan and go buy something really cool at your chili supper.
And spoken as a true fat man, they will feed you very nicely.
Yeah.
Think of every chili possible. It will be there.
Yeah.
It's
a fun time, that's for sure.
Those boosters can cook. That is for certain.
Yeah. That was fun. That one night we were there and they were doing that. That was crazy watching some of those. I'm like, did that plate of cookies just go for $85?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yes,
There's certain things you don't think are going to go high, and they do. And then there's things you get excited about, and it's like, wow, bid on it. Come on, you got it.
Yeah.
But March 6th, and
March
that's
6th.
at the...
It'll be in the cafeteria, of the high school.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Like I said, $10 at the door, all you can eat chili, and try to bid on a lot of stuff if you can. But bring everybody you can and just have a good old time. It will be as long as it takes, or maybe 2, 3, 4 hours, however it is. But doors will open around 6 o'clock.
And you're going to have some of these hats for sale, right?
Yeah, we'll have this exact hat, and we'll also have blue bill, white hat, same feather. Okay. They'll also be for sale all the way
Nike
through.
branded, has Indians on the back. They are flex fit, so
yeah, super nice hats.
Yeah.
They'll be for $20 a piece, which
is a steal.
It's a pretty. I was about to say it's a pretty big steal for hats like that. But we want as many people in the community that can rep as much as possible. So we've ordered some extras to sell back to the community, and like you said, they'll be on sale at the chili auction.
That's a cool looking hat for sure. So definitely will want to get one of those or 3. I'm a hat guy, so
they're nice.
But
well, he just gave you 2 options, so I already know I have to bring $40.
Right, because you don't it just depends on what goes with the fit that night, So
we always ask guys. Of course, we've been doing this whole team shoe or no team shoe, and I know that's probably kind of hard in baseball. I'm sure you could probably get a nice team shoe for all of them. So, do you do team shoes, or is it just get your own?
So it's funny you say that, because we're very uniformed in how we do things. Like, especially baseball, as you have to have your drip, you have to have everything you got.
Yep.
My only rule on it is it has to be team colored. But with shoes, I let them get whatever they want as long as it's team colored, because everything else is pretty much Nike, because we're a Nike school, Nike hats, Nike jerseys, all that. But when it comes to cleats and baseball especially, there's a lot of different brands that are very good. Like, for example, a lot of guys wear New Balances. You don't see New Balance cleats in pretty much anything else, but you'll see them in baseball a lot. Or some guys are Nike. Some guys, like Adidas, makes really tight shoes that a lot of fast guys wear. They'll buy those. So I let them get whatever they want to get. When it comes to the cleat, it just has to be our team colors, whichever. Actually, I give them red, white, blue, black, or gray. So you have plenty of options. Just make sure they're in
Slide me, it has to be a team color too?
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I don't want to see any ice cream mitts.
So nobody is out there wearing the neon yellow elbow pads or anything like that?
I might. Yeah, I can't stand it. I'm not going to lie to you. I played with some guys that did that. I tell them all the time, if you want to look like Ellie, make it to the major leagues.
Right.
When you're making millions, you can wear what you want. But when we're here, we're going to be uniform. Wear whatever you want. Like, I'm all for you looking awesome. Pop the chains. Wear whatever you want to do. Just make sure it's our team colors.
I'm 1,000% on board with you. I'm a Braves fan. I cannot stand
Ronald Acuna.
I can't stand him and Ozuna both wearing that neon green crap.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not made for that.
Right.
So
I agree. So again, it's one of those of I don't think you can really tell those guys what to wear. But
right.
So what cleats do you all prefer?
I'm a Nike guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Adidas guy. I like Adidas.
See, that's a prime example of why I don't do it, because then you'd have guys like complaining and I just don't want to.
Well, I mean, it's just like the softball girls that were here last week, and Bella was a Mizuno, which I knew Mizuno had quite a bit, and then Kylie said, "Rip it," and I went, "What?" I was like, "Hold on, what are we talking about?" So, and I knew they got, they've got a softball pitching shoe, so I didn't, I didn't know if there was any kind of difference with baseball. And I do know that Mizuno's part of it. I know New Balance is really pushing.
Yeah, it's real big in baseball.
Yeah, in baseball. So.
Now, do you wear the Adidas that for the speed thing that he was talking about?
No, my foot is too wide. I can't wear them tight shoes.
Yeah, no, I get that.
I think Jamin does.
Jamin does for sure.
Where's the speed?
Yeah, which he should. He tracks a lot of ground out there.
Yeah.
So I'm happy. Whatever makes him the fastest, wear it.
Now, what color are your shoes? Or do you have multiples?
White.
White?
All white.
He's white.
I'm getting some blue ones. I'm thinking.
Okay.
Got to break them in soon, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like it. I like to see, because I love the drip about it too. Like, I love seeing how good you can look. But I think you look the best when you're matching and stuff, and you can color coordinate it. So I like when they have some new cleats that are like red, like Owen Burton. He has these. They're almost like Nike ones, and they're painted red, white, and blue. His dad painted them for him. Like, they're beautiful.
Oh, wow.
He wore them in football. I like that kind of stuff. Like, make it as cool as you want. Look as cool as you want. Just make it in that.
Take a picture of those and tag them on our Facebook page. We want to see those.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so there's guys that really take advantage of it, and they make them as cool as possible. And then you got guys like Evan, just get plain white, whatever.
That's okay. He wants them to get dirty, so he's like, look, I've been doing work.
Oh, yeah.
See, Sean, you went the opposite way. I thought you was going to say, and once you graduate, then we need those cleats in the window.
Oh, well.
Well, I mean, that's always a possibility, too, So
we'll take good care of it.
Right. Just make sure you spray them real good. So, all right, let's take care of some business on this end. Let's talk about last week's Simply Secured Athlete of the Week, Miss J.C. Jevedon. Fantastic week last week. Scored the. I never did get. Was it just the girls' high score for a game, or was that Menifee's high score for a game? I never got that.
I
but
believe
she scored
it
41
was.
points.
I believe it was both.
Okay. I just couldn't imagine Brevin not scoring more than 41 points at one point in time. But one or the other. But she did score 41 points in a game. That was awesome performance there for her on that part of it. And then our Mays Law Office's People's Champ, who wound up winning, Daron?
So, we garnered 2 votes
In 20 minutes?
in 20 minutes to make it a sweep.
I had a feeling. Come from behind victory there. About an hour and a half ago, she was down.
Let's not take anything away from Mallory Cox because the Bath County community it doesn't matter if it's like, care, what is it, wow, or the heart emoji. It doesn't matter. Yeah. They read the instructions and they go out and vote for that for what that emoji is for their team.
And just for the record, people think we just throw those up there. We have had about a month-long conversation on, does this one keep winning because it's the like, or this one win because it's the care? So we've been mixing them up intentionally, and they still keep pulling it off.
JC was just the girls.
Girls only.
Girls only.
Just the girls.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
I got that.
Still, 41 points in a girls' game for a high school game. She was putting it in the basket.
Yeah, absolutely. So awesome job there. Congrats on her doing the sweep. This year has been the year of the sweep.
Yeah, it kind of has.
With those for sure on that part of it. Let's talk about our Rumpke Dog of the Week.
Dog of the Week.
Which was Brock Heidel from GRC Wrestling. Hit 100 career wins. That sounds like a big number to me.
That sounds like a big number.
So that's why we gave it to him.
I mean, I think they have. I think you can go 4-0 during a match, and I think that's the best you can do. I might be wrong about that, but a lot of the times I've kept up with it a little bit more. They go 4-0 during a match. 100 career wins. Yeah. He's wrestled a lot of winning matches.
Yeah, absolutely. So congrats there to Brock Heidel for being this week's Rumpke Dog of the Week.
I would venture to say there's not a lot of people that wrestle 100 matches in their high school career.
Yeah, I mean, right. I kind of said the same thing in the text thread. I was like, I don't know that I've seen that very often.
Yeah.
No.
And then we've got this EJ's Cool.
Are you going to do our nominees?
I will after this. Or do you need me to do the nominees?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do the nominees. The nominees for this week's Simply Secured Athlete of the Week are from Montgomery County. Miss Addison Terry had 58 points, 27 rebounds through 3 games. From GRC, Kennedy Stamper, 32 points, 2 rebounds in 2 games. Menifee County, Peyton Burgess, 25 points, 28 rebounds in 2 games. And then from Bath County, Bailey French hit the 1,500 career point mark this week. So congrats on all of them. As usual, our graphic for the People's Champ will drop on Wednesday mornings, and we'll kick off and have another great competition. Who will get the like button this week? Time will tell. So
I think we need to pull out the wheel.
The wheel?
Oh, yep. Wheel of Choices.
We're going to do the Wheel of Choices with the extra long last clip.
Yeah. So, okay. So there's that. Now we're going to do the EJ's Cool Appliances Play of the Week. And I'll just let the
Gentry
voice over.
to Sears. Back to Gentry in the corner for 3. No good. And rebound and put back by Terry. Oh, wow.
Man, I don't know who called that game, but, man, they did a great job with it.
Okay, Daron. Can they hear us? Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a request.
Watch. I knew it.
Oh. I have a request. So
I'm severely hating.
We need to cut the "oh wow" and add it to the board. And when you all are at the games, anything that happens, it's going to get the "oh wow" from now on.
I keep saying I'm going to cut the corner 3.
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%.
My mom really gets mad when someone says OMG, the words out, so I'm trying to make sure that I don't do that. So that's kind of how the oh wow happened, because I was getting ready to say oh wow. That's kind of how that.
I mean, truth be told, I have enough buttons on there. We could add Sean's oh wow. We could add interesting.
Yeah, that would be a good one for a question.
A few others.
That was EJ's Cool Play of the Week. EJ's Appliance Repair, 859-251-3571. Call EJ for all your appliance repair needs. Or if he can't fix it, he'll get you a new one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can.
Absolutely.
He will bring
Definitely
you
going to have
catalog.
a bigger hat.
I was going to say, I looked over and you had that one on. I went, that's a little tiny on your head.
He looks like he's wearing a preschooler hat.
Yeah, those are for the kids.
Yeah. So definitely going to need a bigger hat than that, but it works. All right, let's see.
Oh, go ahead.
What do we got this week? We've got tomorrow night, the Bath boys are going to call a Bath County, Bracken County doubleheader, boy-girl doubleheader, starting at 6 o'clock tomorrow night. And then our game this week, we've got Paris Moco, Friday night doubleheader, boy-girl.
Does that seem weird? Our game. You're like, no, okay, the games we're going to do is this.
Yeah. So Friday night, senior night against Paris. So make sure you get out and come watch senior night there at the arena.
Dawson Gentry, Jacob Hughes, and Landon Wilson.
Yeah.
For the
Addie Terry on the
and Addie Terry. And I believe that's it. On the
There's I believe 3 cheerleaders as well.
Oh, that's right. No, there's more than that. We had, I think there's 4.
Did they not do
Because there was one that there was one. No, they do it during basketball. So
I can
right.
tell you exactly how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5.
Gotcha. All right, there's that. So, and then next week, we're going to travel down the road 15 minutes. We're going to go Bath County softball with Coach Kenny Williams. And I'm sure he'll have a couple of
he's
players.
coming here.
Yeah, and you know what I'm saying, figuratively.
And then we also, there's 3 basketball players, but then you also have the team manager.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Can't leave him out.
Jace Mays will be on that too.
And Lucas Witt.
Is he a senior?
I believe so.
Well, his mother did not send me a picture.
If I'm not mistaken, that's correct.
That's how I know
Is
how
Lucas
many
a
there
senior?
are.
Do y'all know?
He's a junior.
He's a junior. We'll have Lucas another year.
I was going to say, his mother
Sorry,
was the
Tanya,
one
I'm
that
not
sent
trying
me
to push the
picture,
issue.
so.
Trying to get graduated early.
She probably just had a little bit of a skip in the heartbeat. There.
Right.
What?
Wait,
Hold
did
on.
I miss something? Well, guys, thank you guys for coming and spending Monday night with us. We look forward to an exciting season on the baseball diamond for sure from you guys, and hopefully we'll be able to get out there and call several games for you guys, and be traveling to Harrison County calling the regional finals again this year. Don't forget March 6th. What time does that start?
6 o'clock.
At 6 o'clock, chili supper and auction. So make sure you come out and support them for that. It's their big event for the year for fundraising and stuff like that. I'm sure we'll try to make an appearance. I don't know that we'll go live. We might just do some one-on-one interviews or something like that and do those for clips, stuff like that. Because I know we went live a couple of years ago for like 4 hours, and we had like 3 people watching, and I was like, I can't imagine how boring this is watching a chili supper. So
we did have a stretch right there in the middle where we kind of took the attention away from the auction because the entire team was at our table.
Well, that was true. I forgot about that. Yeah, they did find a fondness for coming over there and making jokes on there. So that was funny. So. All right, guys. Well, that's it for another episode of the From Corner to Corner Coach's Corner, presented to you by Community Trust Bank. Thanks again to all of our sponsors that we have. Without you guys, none of this
none of it
would be possible, for sure. And, thanks for tuning in. We're excited to be in a new studio, and I don't plan on moving again anytime soon. We'll see you guys Friday night from the arena. If you want to watch Bath County, tune in tomorrow night. Bath County basketball action as well. See you guys.
Fans clacking, bats cracking, fans cheering. We're never slacking. Corner to corner, you know what we do. Representing hometowns all the way through. 4 counties, one voice, one goal. To lift the kids up and let the stories be told. From the bleachers to the field, it's all heart. We're more than a podcast, we're a community part. From the corner to the corner, we bring the heat. High school pride, we're repping every street. Sean West, Adam, Daron on the beat. Mount Sterling made where the love.
The From Corner to Corner podcast wants to send a huge thank you to all our amazing sponsors who help keep this show rolling each week. Your support lets us keep covering local sports, sharing stories, and building community together. We truly couldn't do it without you. Thank you for believing in us, and let's keep making an impact together.
The Moco Four Horsemen would like to thank you for listening to From Corner to Corner. Be sure to go out and follow us on Twitter, on TikTok, on Facebook, Instagram, and even YouTube. Whatever podcast platform that you listen to us on, be sure to go out and give us a 5-star review. Thanks as always, and we look forward to seeing you next week.